Hello and welcome again to New Moves, where tonight we're going to be talking about the National Association of Realtors Settlement. We want to thank you for joining us today. And what does this mean for your business? Remember, you can always follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And if you want to go back and hear the video, you can go back in and look it over after it's publicized. So my name is Vitina, and I'm with New Moves, where I'm a certified life coach that focuses on transitional life issues, changes, or moves. As a licensed real estate broker as well, this is the largest transitional change that has occurred in our industry since I began my industry walk as a real estate broker in 2000. I have always heard, just do it big. Well, this is big one. This is a big one, a huge one, my friend, huge, right? With that said, I'm excited to discuss a significant development in our industry. The recent National Association of Realtors Settlement. Now, from here on out, I'm going to call the National Association of Realtors NAR, which is how all of us knows the National Association of Realtors. First, my disclosures that I have to give you. I am not an attorney, nor am I practicing as a legal counsel by discussing this with you. I recommend, if you do not understand the complete facts to the settlement, then please pursue legal counsel and discuss your personal and legal concerns with them. I am just doing an overview. I'm just going to overview it to give you some type of idea as where we're standing right now in our jobs, I guess. This settlement has brought about some changes that will affect us all. And I want to take this time to explore what these changes mean for us as real estate agents and how we can navigate them successfully. Being a trainer in the industry, I find this to be both a super positive correction of the industry, but also daunting to the industry, being that we are already kind of set in our ways of how we do business. Remember, we've been doing it the same way for however many years. A lot of us are not new to this industry, and being that we've been doing it that way, we're kind of stuck in our own patterns. So, the saying that they have is you can't teach an old dog a new trick. Well, we're going to try to learn a new trick, aren't we? We are going to have to break those habits we have. And we're going to have to move with the new habits that NAR is going to require for us to have to make this successful transition for you, for our consumers, for your clients that you have right now, and for those clients that you're going to have coming in the future. Plus, we know that the paperwork is going to be changing as well. By learning new ways, it's going to teach us, now we're going to learn how to do new ways to make more business. If you've been in the business for some time, then some of this will be a refresher and not new to you. This is kind of how we started out when I first started into real estate, is we were all single agents. And the big change that I went through was when we had to reset our thinking and we became transactional brokers. It was hard because we had already been taught you either represent the seller or you represent the buyer. Well, now we transitioned to being that we could represent both parties. It didn't matter. And that was a change for us at that point in time. But now I think this is a little bit more. And I'm sure some of you remember that change as well. That was a wow, really moment for us. Well, now we have a super wow and a super really? You're going to do this to us now? And we survived then. We survived the transaction broker, and everybody loved it, and it ended up being the way to go. And we too will survive these changes that has been agreed upon. So we're going to start with the overview of what the settlement actually kind of told us. The background is the NAR settlement with the U.S. Department of Justice, which we know as the DOJ, aims to increase transparency and competition in the real estate industry. Competition, it's like we don't have enough competition. How many realtors are in your association that you are competing against on a regular basis? Not only, sometimes I used to say my main competition is myself. So I kind of find that funny that they're saying that we need to increase transparency and increase competition. I don't think they've ever sold real estate. What do you think? The key focus areas of the settlement included greater disclosure of commission rates and enhanced flexibility for negotiating these commissions. I'm going to say in the last 10 years of this industry, our buyers and our clients and our sellers have been in the process of negotiating our commission. For them to tell us that we have to do that, it's kind of shocking that they told us that, but we've been negotiating our commissions. Some of you will remember when the discount agencies came on into the market and they were telling people, buy with us, we'll give you, instead of the 6% that some of the agencies was charging. I'm only going to talk about the agency I was with, what somebody else was doing, what somebody else was charging. I'm not saying this is across the board, but we were charging a 6% commission with a 3-and-3 split. I remember when the discount brokers came in and said, hey, we're only going to charge you 4%. 1% is going to come to us and 3% is going to go to your buyer's agent. That was shocking to me that somebody would negotiate their income. I felt when people would say to me, can I get more from you? Can you take 1% and give me 2%? I would say to them, well, when you went to work for 48 hours this week, is it okay for your boss to come back and say, instead of paying you for 40 hours, I'm only going to pay you for 8 this week? Would you be okay with that? Most of the time they would say no, and therefore we would bypass discussing the commissions anymore. They just would automatically assume the commissions was going to be the same. But what does negotiating your commission do? It gives you commission transparency, where your commission rates now must clearly be disclosed to not only the seller, but to the buyer. Because in some instances, the buyer will have to pay their own commission fees to their representative. Negotiability. Commission rates are now more flexible, encouraging open negotiations between the agent and their client. With negotiability, that means people are going to come to you and say, yeah, I understand that you want to make 3%, but I think I should take a feedback or a kickback, or we should split it. Now, what I did notice with this is that NAR didn't say what would happen with the money if we only agreed to a 2% commission. What happens to that 1%? Are we just now not taking that out of the commission pay? So there's some questions that still are going to occur when we're negotiating our commission as to what happens to that 1%. Does it stay with the actual purchase price of the home? Does it get as a kickback? How do we disclose it on our HUD statement? So these are things that I think when they were talking about it, nobody thought about, what is the HUD statement supposed to say with the commission? I guess they will figure this out. Your bar or your association will probably have some way that they're handling this. What happens to the multiple listing service, which we all know as the MLS data? And now there has to be enhanced transparency in the MLS data. It ensures that the commission information is accessible to all parties involved, excuse me, in a transaction. All parties involved in a transaction means I'm now on Trulia, I'm now looking up a property. Somewhere on there, it's going to have to say how much is my agent as the buyer representative going to be making, and how much the seller is paying for selling their home. The commission information being accessible on the MLS, we lost a lot with the MLS when the MLS went public, instead of us having that information and being able to use it within our offices or within our association. When the MLS went public, the MLS opened up a lot of this by allowing people to be able to see, oh, we're paying the realtor 3%. And we've been doing this for some time. On the bottom of your MLS sheet, I'm sure you already know this, it says seller's agent and it says buyer's agent. So it's already telling you. It also says non-representative, meaning you are not representing any of the parties, what the fees are going to be for those agents. In today's society, we're quite a ways away from 3% to the selling agent, 3% to the buyer's agent. You see sometimes 1% to the selling agent, you see 2% to the buying agent. That's neither here nor there, and it's a whole nother session that we can talk about the commissions. I was a person that felt like we were pimping ourselves out as realtors by negotiating our fees with buyers and sellers. Well, now, because we've been doing it so actively for the last really 10 years, I think this is the reason why we came up with this new transparency, or the lawsuit against the National Association of Realtors. What is the implications for a real estate agent? Well, clients will now have greater visibility into the commission structure, which may lead you to more questions and discussions about agent compensation. They're going to want to know why you're getting paid this amount of money now. When we're looking at a $100,000 house, they're going to want to know, which I know nobody has $100,000 houses anymore. I just want to use that number because it's easy math. They're going to want to know, what are you doing for that $3,000? You need to be able to answer those questions with your client. This transparency can, of course, build trust, but it's going to require agents to be well prepared to explain their value. This is for all those who didn't have to justify the commission in the past, or didn't discuss the split like most people did. I thought this was normal practice to justify or to talk about the commission, but I guess it's not. What does a flexible commission structure mean for you? It means the flexibility in commission rates that agents need to adapt to negotiating and justifying their fees. Your broker is going to have probably some session where he goes over this with you, but you need to kind of get prepared. It's your business. Remember, real estate, it's your business. You just have your license under a broker, but you are the business owner. You need to know what income is coming into your business and why you are able to justify those fees. There may be a more competitive pressure to offer attractive commission rates while maintaining profitability. What does the compliance and adaptation mean? Agents must ensure that all their listings, transactions comply with all of the new rules. This involves updating marketing materials, contracts, and communication practices. Staying informed about the latest regulations and industry standards will be crucial for compliance and success. What could be some of your strategies for success? How about building a strong value proposition? Highlight your expertise. Emphasize your knowledge of the market. Emphasize your negotiating skills, that you're going to try to help them get the best price for the product that they're trying to sell. And tell them what your unique value that you bring to each and every transition. How you personalize their transition based upon what they need. Showcase some of your success stories. Use your testimonials. Use case studies to demonstrate your track record of successful deals and satisfied clients. Listen, guys, if you don't ask for the referral after you close a deal and you shake your seller or your buyer's hands, that's on you. You should be shaking their hand when you're giving them their housewarming gift and saying, thank you for using me. Was it successful for you? Did you feel it was successful? When they say, oh yeah, it was great, because they're happy right now, you say, thank you. I need an email from you tonight, a text message from you tonight, something where I can use your testimonial saying that I have done well by you. Ask for the referral. You need to have effective communication, clear explanations. Ensure that clients understand the commission structure and the value that they are receiving. Use clear, straightforward language. Don't use real estate terminology. They don't know what that means. Don't use all your different codes. They don't know what an MRP is. They don't know what a woman of excellence is in real estate. They don't know what any of that means. They don't know what at home with diversity means. Don't talk to them in your language, expecting them to understand it. Transparency. Be open about your fees and services included. Transparency builds trust and fosters long-term client relationships. And we're all in this industry for the referrals, correct? What do you do as a person for your negotiation skills? You're going to take some training, invest in negotiation training to enhance your ability to negotiate commission rates. Don't stumble over talking about money. Make sure you're confident in the reason why you're worth whatever your commission is. Just because a person's inability to see your value doesn't mean you're not worth the commission. Make sure you understand you're worth what you're asking for. Your flexibility. Be prepared to offer different commission structures based on your client's needs and the specifics of the transaction. If your buyer is telling you, I can only afford $1,000 less than what the bank approved me to pay you for this transaction, are you going to let the transaction go, or are you going to take the $1,000? The idea is to make the sale. This person may be a wealth of referrals for you simply because they're going to feel indebted to you to help you get more and more business. How do we enhance our client relationships? We personalize the service per the person. Tailor your services to meet the unique needs of each client. Personalize your services can justify higher commission rates. Don't do the same thing across the board. Find out what the people's needs are. Be personal. Now, we're not in this industry to make friends. I've taught that for years. We're in this industry to make money. But you need to get on a personal level with the buyer or your seller to figure out what is going on with the deal. Regular updates. Keep clients informed throughout the transaction. People, if you are not on a calendar of communication with your buyers, they don't know what's going on. And unfortunately, when they don't know what's going on, it's a monster. So the crack that they seen in the cabinet that you told them you were going to take care of, if you have not called them back, you have not taken care of it, guess what they think now? The whole cabinet has fell off. It had ants. It's now rotten. The whole house is full of termites. So you need to make sure you talk to your buyer on a regular basis. I have all of my buyer on a weekly call. I literally put them on all different days because I know those people that want to talk longer than my 10 minutes. And so I don't have those people on the same days that I'm doing 10-minute calls. You're going to figure it out for you and do it what's the best way for you. You need to also leverage your technology. The CRM system, which is the customer relationship management system, all of us should have that. It manages our clients' interactions and ensures personalized follow-up. I believe in a calendar. We have all of that on our smartphones. We have it on our laptops now. It alerts you the day in advance that you need to call these people tomorrow so that you have time to get your knowledge polished and accurate. Don't call them and then they ask you a question. You say, oh, I have to call you back. Already know your knowledge, already be accurate. Your digital tools, utilize digital tools for virtual tours, your online listings, your digital document signing to enhance the client's experience. Remember, the client has already been looking online for more than 3 weeks by the time they've reached out to you. So you need to be a little ahead in technology so that you can quickly get to their level. Now, the most important thing I'm going to say about all of this is continual learning. Stay informed. Keep up with the industry news, your market trends, and regulatory changes. An informed agent is a valuable agent. Professional development. Attend workshops, seminars, training sessions to continually improve your skills and knowledge. Networking. Build strong networks within your community or within the industry. Always give back, people. You know, I believe in that immensely. Engage in community service and local events. Being active in your community can enhance your reputation and build trust. Remember, adapting to the market means flexibility. It means innovation. It means building resilience. It means risk management. All of those things that you can do on your own, your support systems, and you need to have some teamwork. Collaborate with other agents, your brokers, and industry professionals to share insights. Have your broker bring someone like me into your sales meeting to help you learn how you can grow your more business while other offices are swimming upstream. Work closely with your clients to understand their needs. My final thoughts on all of this, because we're going to be winding down, is the NAR settlement marks a significant shift in our industry, but it also presents opportunities for growth and improvement. By embracing transparency, enhancing our value propositions, and staying adaptable, we can navigate these changes successfully and continue to thrive as real estate professionals. My call to action to you is, I encourage each of you to take proactive steps to understand the new regulations, enhance your skills, and to build stronger client relationships. Together, we can all turn these changes into opportunities, ensure continued success in our industry. Thank you for your time. I appreciate all of you. I want to remind you that I am a licensed real estate broker. I have been very successful. I too am a successful life coach. If you or a fellow associate would like to grow your career success, feel free to go to the website New Moves, NUMOVZ, and complete the contact us link, and we will reach out to you. You may call as well, and someone will reach back out to you. Please note, I want you to be successful because that is important to me, and that's important to our industry, that each one of us are successful. Let me assist you with growth by providing strategies for adapting and succeeding in this new landscape. Listen in next week as I discuss how this will affect the veterans' home purchasing power. I have some real problems with the veterans' homes purchasing power as to what this is going to change for them. I think it will be one that you do not want to miss. I promise you. I want you to tell a friend, tell a coworker, Tell your broker to come back and listen to us live and to take advantage of the information we're giving you. Again, you can follow us on X, you can follow us on Instagram, you can follow us on YouTube, you can watch us on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all of the social media sites on Thursdays. Also, we have a show on Tuesdays. You can also listen to us on Tuesdays. It's about those things that we do on an everyday basis, our social life. Remember, I am a licensed real estate coach. If you are in need of adjusting, adapting, converting, making changes, then I'm the one that you would want to reach out to. Again, I'm Vitina. I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be a part of our show tonight. I also want to thank you for taking time as a realtor to figure out how you can do better business. Look forward to seeing you guys next week. Look forward to being a part of your future Thursdays. And don't forget to reach out to us. Thank you. Have a super duper evening. And thank you for being a part of our show. Good night.